Realize your full potential through focused deep work. The human mind is continuously browsing and flipping through emails, alerts, pings, and notifications, which alters the essence of the message. Thus, don't you think the understanding of content while multitasking results in losing out on minute details? Though technology has evolved at a pace one could only dream of, it certainly has flaws as well. Hence, the key would be to practice deep work that focuses on completing one task at a time in the absence of any disturbance. To get an overview of how deep work is practiced and executed, let's begin by first snoozing all notifications and dig deeper in. Productivity starts declining with multitasking. The contrast between being in the zone and profound work. How an excellent time to focus on an issue could also be while taking a shower. A large number of people believe that the more you multitask and complete several things at the same time, the more productive and efficient you are at work. This is entirely wrong, as multitasking is not related to or equal to productivity. Hence, a study conducted by Sophie Leroy, a business professor at the University of Minnesota in 2009, demonstrated the same idea. She derived from the theory that when we juggle between assignments A and B, a participant's focus is always on the first task. Thus, the distraction caused by multitasking with assignment B creates a dip in productivity. She carried out her experiment with two groups of A and B. Group A was to solve a puzzle, and before completing it, the second task of evaluating resumes and hiring people was assigned. On the other hand, Group B was allowed first to complete the puzzle and then work on the resumes. When Leroy further interrupted Group A between the two tasks to write down keywords from the puzzle, she noticed they were more focused on the puzzle than the more critical task of hiring recruits. Thus, multitasking is the death of productivity. Another important topic is to be virtually available all the time, as it weakens your concentration with multiple distractions. Hence, even keeping multiple tabs open with alerts and notifications destroys your focus. McKinsey, a consulting firm, conducted a study in 2012 which highlighted an average employee spends 30% on reading and replying to emails, in contrast to the 60% of using online tools and search engines on the internet. Ironically, workers feel satisfied by multitasking to complete work. However, when you juggle between things, one surely feels busy, but that does not justify being productive. Strategies for the practice of deep work require the right intent. We are now well aware of the obstacles that lie in the way to practice and implement deep work. However, the real question is how to tackle and overcome these hindrances. Let's strategize using the below approaches. Awake the monk in you. The first approach isolates an individual from any disturbance. Thus, the monastic path rightly practices concentration and focus on attaining willpower. Allocate a time frame. The second approach is more systematic by separately allocating time to concentrate and focus on the practice of deep work. The remaining free time is dedicated to leisure, thus rightly named as the bimodal approach. Let's tune ourselves. The rhythmic approach, being the third method, is more focused on periodic checks. You allocate work in a given time frame and then evaluate your completion. Master of your choice. The last being a journalistic approach of allocating free time to indulge in deep work. No matter which approach is implemented by an individual, there is a method in place to practice deep work. Hence, it cannot be carried out randomly. This is the main difference between deep work and being in the zone. When one keeps delaying and stalling work due to a large number of distractions, that person is still in the zone. Opposite to which is deep work, wherein one has already prepared their mind to focus with utmost attention, which is deliberate and intimidating. Thus, one prepares themselves through small rituals to practice deep work. Space definition. To begin with, one needs to outline their space of area of work with a sign that reads "Not to be disturbed." An excellent example is J.K. Rowling, who secluded herself and stayed at a 5-star hotel to finish Harry Potter. away from all possible disturbance to meet deadlines. The definition of boundaries, which includes staying away from all possible disturbances, which could be as minute as switching off your phone internet. Sustenance. The final preparation is to continue to practice deep work by maintaining decorum. As one needs to treat their mind and body righteously to sustain and focus at work. To pull in long hours of work, you need to give your body what it needs. This could include breaks with something to munch or even refreshments. Hence, in the long run, it creates the mental strength to continue, without which it is impossible to implement deep work.